All right, traders. So let's take a look at the Boeing trade and let's see exactly how we did yesterday. So I wanted to wait for the trade statement to settle. I want to show you the type of money I made within about, I think, 72 hours and what percent return, how much I could have made if I had got out sooner. And maybe we even show you the video clip where we walked our members through this particular trade before it actually happens. I like Boeing again, all right? And this is where it can get confusing. You're like, you didn't like Boeing last week. I didn't, because remember, when we looked at it on 7/12, right here, next day it gapped down. Why would you buy on the day where it gaps down and broke support? So we wouldn't have bought that day, wouldn't have bought this 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 day. This day, things get interesting. Why? Because where have we seen this before? Remember, it's not unusual for the stock to fall below support, rally, fall below support, rally, okay? It's not abnormal. It's not like, oh, it never does that. So I look at this and I say, okay, time to pay attention. But I didn't want to be a fool and get caught slipping. Confirmation, I like Boeing. Oh, but earnings is coming up. True. But I like it down here at support. I mean, how bad can earnings be? It already sold off. So if earnings is bad, it stays put, most likely. If earnings is good, we get a nice lift off. At least that's my theory. And if you have enough time, this is still the low risk entry on Boeing anyway. First of all, we believe this pattern will persist. Second of all, if we were to go to practicals, we're not going to outsource our airplane making. We're not going to turn that over to China. There's no other company that's like, oh, we make planes too, like they make cars. There's one dominant player. It's Boeing. Maybe two, but there's Boeing, okay? And then I'm also paying attention to what's going on with the airlines. I'm noticing that they're hiring. And then I also saw something where it's like we're calling back a bunch of people who took voluntary vacation layoff. Okay, why would they be doing that if travel was down or decreasing? Why are they hiring and why are they also calling back pilots, crew people, everything? They're anticipating the demand, a spike in travel, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's this month, next month, 6 months, they're not doing that because they think travel is going to decline. And so if traveling is on its way back up, at some point, what are they going to need to meet the demand? In addition to pilots and people, airplanes. That's right. You guessed it. Good guess. I'm bullish on Boeing and I'm bullish on it right here, right now, because it's the low risk time. Is it the most opportune time? Well, the most opportune would be after earnings. But I believe the pre-sell off going into earnings, I think it sets it up pretty nicely. If we were buying up here and earnings was tomorrow or in 2 days, I'd be like, yeah, you might want to close that out. Why? Because we got 50% it could fall, 50% chance it could go higher. We don't like take 50-50 risk with the market. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. If for some reason Boeing sold off, guess what I'd be doing? I'd be adding to my position because I don't see it breaking down further than that. I'd be adding to my position. And then if they break out, well, you know, there's no looking back. You're going to pay 32 for it. 210 plus 32 is what? 242. Guys, where's that put you? Put your break even right at the bottom of the uptrending channel, right? So assuming it just get back to the bottom of the channel, you at break even. From an intrinsic standpoint, if it gets there before January, obviously you're making money because you still got the time component. But from an intrinsic standpoint, break even is right here. So even if we can get back to like 260, I mean, we're talking 40 points. No, it's 240. That's 20 points. Okay, 20 points above, but you paid $32 for it. So if it moves another 20 points, that's intrinsic. Plus the time value, I think you're standing at an opportunity for a potential 100% return. Opportunity, perhaps. Let alone if it gets back up there. We don't want to like over you know, oh, we're going to wait till it get back up to 312. It could, but we would be happy at about a 257.
In June, we saw global departures approach 70% of 2019 levels, up from less than 60% in the first quarter.
I got no nanny today, so we're doing
International
this
operations, airlines are shifting their focus to medium-term fleet planning.
Okay, that's it for the conference.
The number of
We got the open pre-market. Boeing's up 1203. We talked about this in our group coaching session, but you can see the stock is running pre-market. We got 20 contracts, so we'll probably close this out at some point today, but we also don't want to close it out too early because we believe the stock is going to continue to ride. If you look at the chart here, Boeing is right in this predictable, repeatable pattern that we were looking at, which is why we talked to all the members about getting in on it. Here's the predictable, repeatable pattern. Boom, 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 right? And so you see right here where it hooked down just a little bit right before earnings before, and then we got the pop. And then over here, hooked down just a little bit below the trend line right before earnings. We got earnings, we got the pop. This was the low risk time to take an opportunity. Plus, we all know that travel is going to continue to boom as the vaccine gets out there, people get back to traveling corporate, and the world starts to open up. So this is what we talked about inside Power Trades Universal. Literally, I got 20 contracts. It cost me $23,000 to buy the trade, and then we made $10,479.29, which was a 44.57% return. So almost a 50% return. We only had, I believe it was what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We had 20 contracts. So we grabbed 20 Boeing contracts, July 30th expiration options, and then made $10,000. I do want to flip over to the Boeing chart though and show you how we possibly could have got out with a little bit more. So earlier that morning, I was looking at it and I just wasn't able to get out quick enough. I had my kids with me and all kind of stuff was going on, but I saw it shoot up here and then start to sell off. And so I went in to sell and I couldn't sell quick enough. And so initially we were up about $20,000 and we gave half of that back. So this video could actually be going quite differently. I'd be telling you how we made like almost 100% return. But I think at the end of the day, the big picture is profit is profit. You never go broke taking a profit. 20,000 would have been great, but $10,000 is not a bad day or not a bad, 24, 48 hours as well. And big picture, you want to be inside the room. You want to be getting the information because it's trades like that that could be opening your eyes up in your trading account up to what's possible. And even though I put $23,000 to work to make 44%, you could have, in theory, you could have put $5,000 to work and made 44%. You could have put $1,000 to work and made 44%. So it's just about having the knowledge, having the information, identifying the best times to buy and sell based on the chart, as well as what is the risk reward with the option potential that you're looking to use. And when it goes right, man, it goes really right. So thanks for watching and let me know if you got any questions in the comments.